Once atheist, now something grew in me. Hello y'all. Well, since I was 9 or so I decided I wouldn't believe in God anymore. My brother died during his birth, and that day when I came home I cursed at God and took that decision. And for 30 plus years, I took that belief or disbelief along with me. In the past 10ish years, my feelings regarding faith and religion worsened, mostly to how hypocritical can act, contradicting the whole thing they preach. For 5 years, I worked in a place where maybe 70% of the people were evangelical, and this sentiment was taken a step further due to their behavior. I developed some kind of anger toward people of faith, and it was something I wouldn't hide. I never disrespected them, though, if that matters. Then last year happened. I had an urgent surgery, almost died to reasons unrelated to the surgery itself, spent 3 days on the ICU. When I went out, I felt a real big discomfort, knowing people, including my mother, prayed for me on the most critical phase of the issue I had. On the months after, I felt really anxious and lost. Even travelings abroad to see my daughters didn't really help it. This year I have been feeling very empty and lonely. And lately, very depressed and even asking what's my purpose in life after my elderly parents are gone. I support them, and my daughters are grown. I don't see any TBH and considered ending it. Well, then some stuff happened, and I've become close with an evangelical co-worker. She never tried to sell religion to me, but sometimes I either asked things of her belief or she'd ask me things that made me think. One day after work she asked if I am a real atheist or if I just don't think about faith. It was a simple question, but it had me questioning 30 years of believing in my disbelief. It felt like I put faith in my back pocket and forgot it there for this long. She then invited me to see her play on her church. She's a violinist and plays on the church orchestra. I went there wanting to pay attention to her, but ended up listening mostly to the sermon. It was strange. I felt in peace, then very confused. I cried. And while some of the things there seemed exaggerated, like the priest screaming, it didn't hurt. It was comfortable and cozy. Since then, I've bought a Bible and I've been reading the NT, early on Matthew 11 something. It's been like 10 days or so and I ain't a great reader. A lot of stuff makes sense, and I realized what a bad person was being to some people, even my mother. I am trying to be better. Some of the anger I feel seems not as big anymore. Other random things that happened, I deleted all adult stuff I followed. One day I woke up and it didn't make sense on my life anymore. Gospel music started appearing in my feed and I liked it. At the same time, it is very hard to understand this change in such a short time. I honestly feel kinda lost because this is not who I was for 30 years. This is not what people know me for. I know how much this sounds stupid. But at the same time, a couple days ago a colleague joked about my lack of faith in God, and it felt really bad. I later talked to her of not doing that again, and she was really surprised. I don't know if I am ready to suddenly be someone else. Does that make sense? Sometimes I even ask myself what I am really believing. It's so sudden. He knows what he is about. God has created me to do him some definite service. He has committed some work to me, which he is not committed to another. I have my mission. I may never know it in this life, but I shall be told it in the next. I am a link in a chain, a bond of connection between persons. He has not created me for naught. I shall do good. I shall do his work. I shall be an angel of peace, a preacher of truth in my own place, while not intending it if I do, but keep his commandments. Therefore, I will trust him. Whatever I am, I can never be thrown away. If I am in sickness, my sickness may serve him. In perplexity, my perplexity may serve him. If I am in sorrow, my sorrow may serve him. He may take away my friends. He may throw me among strangers. He may make me feel desolate, make my spirit sink, hide my future from me. How far does this apply? How do I know when I'm in the will of God or supporting it? I love this quote, and it brings me a lot of comfort. I hope to be as confident in my struggles as he. A lot to be learned from a saint like him.